My mom, when she was a kid, wanted to work around the house and wanted to take care of my brothers and sisters, but my grandma never told her to do that. She did it on her own free will. My dad, when he was a kid, he was a huge troublemaker. He got in trouble a lot, also in school. My parents met in school and my dad fell in love with my mom, but at the same time my mom didn't love my dad. A few years later, my parents went out and they were going to get married. When they got married, a few years later, they had my older brother, Jaime. A few years later, my mom and dad had an idea to go to California, so they did. My mom and dad wanted to move to California for my brother and also so they could have a better life. My parents and my brother had to suffer in the back of a car in the trunk. My parents suffered badly, but they kept on thinking what's going to happen when they get there. They finally got to California. Luckily, they had some connections in California. They stayed in my aunt's house while my dad and my mom went to work to buy food and get other places to live. A few months afterwards, my mom found out that she was pregnant, so she stopped working because of it. A few months later, I was born, January 29, 1993. I was born the youngest of the family. After my parents moved out from my aunt's house, I got a place for themselves. My mom and dad weren't getting paid well, so we weren't getting enough food to eat. My dad got hurt in the arm, and it got swollen, and it stayed like that for a very long time. A few years later, my mom got pregnant with my youngest sister, but bad luck has it. My sister died before she was born. It was a very sad day for my family. Not only that we weren't getting paid well, they couldn't afford the hospital, so they had to work more for everything. My mom had to stay strong so she could go back to work. My dad's arm was still swollen and still hurting him, but anyways, he went back to work with the pain in his arm. When it was 2006, my mom got her own house. She was so happy to get it because she never lived in a house. My dad wanted to start his own business trucking, but when it didn't work out at the end, we moved in with my uncle and my aunt and my 3 other cousins. We lived in a house for a year until they lost the house for having not much money. We were focused to live with my aunt for a while until my mom could find her own place again. My mom got hurt in the back, almost broke it one day. She went to work. She had to stay home for a few days, but then she got healed and went back to work, and her back was still hurting a lot. My parents went through a lot, and I wanted to tell them that I love them with all my heart and for being there for me and never giving up on me and my brother. We love you.